Hey everyone, welcome back to another week of ESA. Thanks for joining us. We have a really cool activity planned today, so we're really excited to have you. Just a few things before we start. Headline of the week. This is something we tried out last semester, so I figured maybe we'll just keep doing it. I don't know how many of you have seen, but Jeff Bezos has stepped down as Amazon CEO, which is pretty interesting. And I know he's focusing on a bunch of other stuff. So if that's something that interests you, maybe just Google and read about it. Spring 2021 programming. I know we already showed you this, but it's here. We are going to be posting these slides every week, as well as the recording for the Zoom. And that will be on our website and our YouTube. So you can see that. And this is on here. We actually switched next week's meeting with this week's meeting. So that's why we're doing the problem solving activity today. And then next week, we're going to be hosting a BYOBB finalist. So we're excited to have that, as well as all the other programming that we're doing this semester. And book of the month. This is something I mentioned last meeting as well. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is not a mandatory thing at all. Just if you're interested in reading it, I'm reading it right now. Feel free to join me. And at the end of the month, we'll put a group together and we just talk about the book. We've done this 1 or 2 times before, and it was kind of cool. Ways to read it. Honestly, you can just Google 7 Habits of Highly Effective People PDF, and it comes up. But if you want, I also recommend Audible or Scribd. Audible, you can get a free trial, and if you're a Prime member, you can actually get 2 free books for your first month. Scribd, I love that service. It's like $10 a month, and you get unlimited books, audiobooks, magazines, newsletters, all that stuff. Definitely check that out. There's a free trial, and then the paperbacks on Amazon. And then Emily talked about. Emily mentioned the library. They might have it too. I'm honestly not sure. In March and April, we're doing Think and Grow Rich and the 4-Hour Work Week. And Paul, yeah, thanks. I love that book too. I'm really excited I kind of started reading it, but I never finished it. So I'm excited to finish it up. Okay, activity. So today we're going to be doing a problem solving activity where we'll just get right into it. So what are some issues in the Philadelphia and Temple community? So I really encourage you guys to please, unmute yourselves and just start talking. One example I would have to maybe kind of start this off is trash in Philadelphia. I know that's a huge problem. So please unmute yourself and just start throwing some stuff out there.
Homelessness.
Okay, awesome.
Food insecurity.
Good.
Recycling more specifically. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay.
Security, recycling. What else?
Crime.
And this doesn't happen. To interrupt someone.
Trash
You said crime.
Crime. Okay, cool. Awesome. Not awesome, but thank you. What else? Maybe it's an issue that you face as a Temple student, necessarily as a whole social issue. That's a problem. Just throw them out there.
I think someone said earlier when I talked, someone said snow removal.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. That's definitely an issue. Okay.
Gentrification.
Okay, awesome. That's definitely one the board talked about too, I think.
Affordable housing.
Affordable
Green
housing.
spaces in the city.
What was that?
Green spaces in the city.
Okay. I get one more.
Income disparity.
Sorry?
Income disparity.
Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna vote. Let me get this pulled up. Hope it works.
To clarify, should we keep in mind when we're voting about which ones would be like the ones to potentially have like a profit or a non-profit like business for most likely.
Probably
Um,
nonprofit, I think, right? That's kind of the goal here, is to kind of
Yeah.
think about how can we make our community better.
I
And you
don't
know
think
what?
nonprofits are always the way to go about that, though. You can get
That's
a lot more
true.
done with a for-profit organization sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could be either.
Okay.
especially with a focus on stakeholders. That is, like, on just giving value back to everybody.
Okay. Our poll thing isn't updating, so we're gonna do differently. So if you guys can use the thumbs up tool and that you might use for class, or like the hands up or whatever. Let's see. Do you guys know how to use that in participants?
Do we only get one vote?
Why don't everyone can vote 3 times. How about that? And then we'll just kind of see. Is Katie here? She's not.
Wait,
Okay.
can you show the full list one more time? Just so.
Yeah, I'm gonna read them out loud. Okay.
Alright.
Brett, can you do me a favor and count the votes? Because the poll isn't working, unfortunately.
Try, yes.
Yes. Okay. We only have 23 people, so we should be okay. Okay, here we go. So who wants to do trash in Philly?
Am I looking in the participants list?
I actually have it. I can count pretty easily.
Oh.
Here, I'll write it down.
I got you. I actually just didn't know where they're
Okay.
doing it at.
That's 8 votes for trash in Philly. Okay. Can you take your votes down? Or
That's
maybe I can
6.
close them. I can lower them. There we go. Okay. Okay, use the hands up tool instead. That way I can put them all down really easily. Okay. Homelessness. Perfect. Okay, that's 8 again. Oh, wait,
9.
maybe not. 10. Okay. Food insecurity. Votes for food insecurity. Okay, 7.
7.
Recycling. Just 1? Okay. Sorry, Emily. Crime.
I picked trash instead.
Remember, you get 3 votes. Okay. 4 for crime. Snow removal. Just 1 for snow removal? Okay. Gentrification. Just okay. 2. Affordable housing. Okay. We want to do that one. Okay. 11 votes for that. And okay. Green spaces in Philly.
Wait, can you repeat that, Aman? I didn't hear what you said.
Green spaces in Philly. Okay. 6 votes for that one. And last one, income disparity. Okay, just the 1. Cool. Okay, so we're going to be doing, depending on how much time we have, we are going to start with affordable housing, and then homelessness, and then we might get to trash in Philly. So now we're going to break down the groups. So let me set that up. How many people do we have? We have 24 people. So we're going to do 4 groups or 5 groups. We can do 5 groups, and I'm just going to assign them automatically, and we'll see. Board members, I might move you around if there's too many of you in one group. All right. So for 10 minutes, just brainstorm ways to fix the affordable housing situation in Philly. I'm sure most of you know that that's a big issue. Prices are getting too high, especially in areas like near Temple where it's getting gentrified really quickly. So a lot of people can't afford to live where they have lived for 10 or 20 years. So how can we solve that issue? Okay. I'm just making sure. Okay, sounds good. Rooms are open. I will see you in 10 minutes.
Hello.
Yeah, who's speaking for your group?
I think Ben is gonna speak.
Okay. Is he not
All
back?
right. So,
Oh, there we go. Ben.
Yeah, our group was coming up with a few ideas on how to solve the affordable housing crisis. We first started thinking of ways that we could help people get through it on our own. We know that like people aren't always financially literate, so we would hope for like a nonprofit that would increase financial literacy and then advocate for more financial literacy courses in public schools, especially ones that have like low income residents. We would also advocate for some government action, so maybe lobbying for tax breaks on low income housing or government subsidies for low income housing. And then our final point was an increase in the minimum wage, which would allow people to actually like have a living wage and be able to afford decent housing with any job.
Awesome. Cool. Group 2, Francis, Jordan, Luke, Nad, and Sam. Who is speaking for you guys?
Me speaking. So our idea was for more of a kind of business model for a profit or nonprofit to sort of take on the role of a landlord and offer housing to people at what's a competitive market price today. But we would only offer long-term leases where we would promise not to raise the rent. So people could sign up for 10 years or 20 years. And even if they wouldn't have the money to put a mortgage down, or they wouldn't want to just rent for 1 year and have their rent, go up 10% next year, we would be able to guarantee them security by locking in a long-term rent that would only become better and better as inflation goes up.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, great idea. Group 3, Beth, Emily, Javier, and Promise.
So what we thought about was, let's say, regarding the affordable housing, we thought about more of a let's say an approach for the homeless people. So we thought, let's say, about a lot offering, let's say, containers like ship containers. So basically creating, let's say, a space to have, let's say, or give to homeless people a roof to, let's say, live over there. So new things could be implemented, let's say, for affordable housing, like having solar panels as well, so they don't have a recurrent, let's say, cost of it, and at the same time educating them, let's say, by either rehabilitating them, like showing them, let's say, the right path of life. So that was, let's say, our approach over there.
Awesome. That's a great idea as well. And then I think last group 5, Brett, Elizabeth, Hayden, and there might be a few more people. I didn't see it. Brett, who's speaking for your group?
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so if anyone wants to jump in while I'm reading the list, just go ahead, and if you want to add anything. Some of the things we came up with were just like funded by the government, splitting rent between more people, so like having like a lot more people in each apartment who can divide the rent in between themselves. Low income specific housing and more housing units. And when we really started to get into it, we have like an idea, like an entire apartment building splitting their utility bills. So not just like within the individual apartments, like each individual apartment is helping pay the utility bill for the entire building. Another good one we had was large apartment buildings in less developed areas, but also to like finance the cost of that, we would have amenities like kind of how Morgan does with like their whole food cafeteria, but those businesses can be ran by people in the local community, and that wouldn't raise the cost of like living in that building at all. It would just help finance it for them.
That's a really cool idea too. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we got everyone. So thank you. So now we're gonna jump in and do it again. And next time we'll actually vote on the idea we liked. I just wanted to let you guys kind of get into it first. So we're gonna break out again, and now we're doing let's see, what was the next one? I think it was homelessness, which I know is another housing one, but I think we'll get some good stuff out of that. So let's break out again and let's figure out solutions for the homelessness issue in Philadelphia. All right, I hope that one went well. So this time we're actually gonna vote after we hear all the pitches. So pay attention to what they're saying, pay attention to who spoke, because we're gonna do a poll and it's gonna basically just say group one and their names. So pay attention to that and do not vote for yourself. We're giving away a $5 gift card to everyone who wins in that group, but you cannot get the gift card if you voted for yourself. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's start with group one, Ben, Chris, Malik, and whoever iPhone is.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Connor.
Hi, Connor, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's my first meeting, so.
Oh, awesome, welcome.
Yeah. So my group, we specifically talked about the prevention of homelessness instead of focusing on the people who are homeless now. We think that financial literacy and focusing on like heavily poverty areas and schools that are in poverty, we want to focus on those areas and provide them with resources and financial literacy courses, because we believe that preventing homelessness from the start is where you can really attack the problem. And then we also touched on some of the areas that pop up across the city. We mentioned how homeless people, they kind of collect together in groups where maybe organizations are giving out food and stuff, and they pile up and they create camps. And this is where you could give out subsidies and really directly help the people that are hurting. So that's what we talked about, and I think that's how we should go on solving the problem.
Awesome idea. Does anyone have any questions for Connor? Or comments, maybe compliments? No?
I think that's a really interesting approach, like starting from the beginning, prevention. Don't hear a lot about that, I don't think.
Very cool. Thank you, Connor. Okay, group two, Francis, Jordan, Luke, Nat, Sam.
So my idea was basically, I got the inspiration from something Phil Abundance does with their Philadelphia Community Kitchen program. And it's basically like promoting the self-sufficiency of the students by preparing them for and connecting them to work in the food service industry, and allows them to give back by preparing needed meals for those in need. So I basically proposed like a program where they take in homeless people, like give them shelter and whatever, yes. But then on the other side, also gives them the opportunity to work and basically not only better their profession, like in the long run, their professional life, but as well as like just give them like life skills also. So
very cool. Does anyone have any questions, compliments, critiques for Nat? No? Okay. I like that idea. I think the idea of giving them some work to do is you know, just offering a job. That, I mean, that's the big thing, is how can you get a job when you're homeless? You know, you have to figure out how to market yourself, and you know, just giving them that will give them at least something, getting some cash and all that. So great idea. Group three, Beth, Emily, Javier, and Promise.
Hi. So last time we actually had an idea that we thought was pretty applicable here, which was turning shipping containers into shelters for homeless people to live in. And so we just kind of modified that idea a little bit and said that maybe we should do it out in the suburbs of Philadelphia and then provide free transportation, like a bus system or a train system into the city, so that people could have the same opportunities as they would in the city, like jobs and that kind of stuff. But it would probably be more practical and more affordable to put housing in the suburbs. And also along with that comes like lower crime rates and stuff like that, which can really impact homeless people who don't have like a shelter to protect themselves in.
Awesome idea. I like it. Any questions, guys? And yeah, feel free to, give them a compliment or just critique them. Say like, why would it work like this? Like, why wouldn't it do this? That's what we're all about. So anything? Anyone on the board maybe?
I was just gonna say I like that idea a lot, and like it was kind of similar to ours because we were thinking back to the summer where there was like the big camps down on the Parkway, and they kept getting like evicted or whatever, and they had a whole community set up. But like something like that where it's like legal and there's resources for them, and they're not getting nagged by the government and the police, whatever. So
very cool. Yeah, I like it. Okay, group 4, Aiden. How do I say it? Is it Jithan? Yeah.
Jithan, yeah.
Okay, Mark and Marissa. Who's speaking for you guys?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, sure.
Basically, our idea was to target like the drug problem, which keeps a lot of people homeless in Philadelphia. So we would our idea is to set up like community centers where they can get rehab, have a place to sleep, and that we're trying to fund it well enough to actually be efficient and like keep on going.
Awesome. Yeah, great. I like that you guys are all kind of hitting all the different angles of issues. Maybe kind of shows you that there's so many, ways to look at a problem. Group 5, Brett, Elizabeth, Olivia, Hayden.
So we said that the community should extend public utilities with benefits funded by the taxpayers. So things such as creating a homeless community that offers like things like public electricity, and also like maybe like even electrified tents at the campgrounds that homeless people set themselves up at. And we thought a designated campground community would create more of like a community feel for the homeless rather than everything being controlled by the government.
Very cool. Any comments, anyone? No? Good. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so we're going to vote. And remember, do not vote for yourself. We're going to look at that after. We got 3 more people. One more. Okay, that's it. I don't know if you guys can see the winner, but congratulations to group 1, Ben, Chris, Malik, and Connor. We will contact you about your gift card. Let me write your names down. Ben, Chris, Malik, Connor. And Connor, since you're new, feel free to stay after if you have any questions, as well as anyone else that's new here. Welcome to ESA. And yeah, that's the meeting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're definitely going to send out a feedback form soon so we can just see what you guys thought about it. Does anyone have any comments now? Did you guys like the activity?
Yeah, it was a fun activity.
Awesome. Well, quickly, I'll go over some things. I'm going to put the suitable code up as well. Just opportunities in ESA. We're still looking for a blogger to be writing the weekly post. This is a really great thing to put on your resume, get some experience. Blog writing is really important, honestly, more than you'd think. I had an internship where we're doing a lot of marketing stuff, and we had to hire blog writers to be producing content for our marketing purposes, which if you're interested, I can tell you about that another time. And yeah, we need help with our marketing team as well. Graphic designers or whatever it is, we just need help reaching out. So if you're interested, just contact me. I'm going to put my email on the last slide. As always, ESA resources, we are launching our mentorship program this week. You'll get a form in the email, and the group me, and it'll be on the website. Really great way to connect you with people of similar interests. And if you're interested in being a mentor, you'll have the opportunity to do that too. Or if you want to be a mentee, either or you could be both. IAI resources, which I talked about before. And like I said, these are just on here just so it's uploaded to the website. If you're not on our group me, please make sure you are. Really great way to just get the announcements and hopefully network. We're trying to get people to start talking on there. And yeah, there's your suitable code. I know a lot of you need that. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. That's where we post everything. If you want to see when we're meeting or any other resources we have, as well as LinkedIn. Definitely add that if you're on LinkedIn. It's a really great way to just start meeting people in the Philadelphia community and just show that you're part of the Temple organization as well. Our website is almost done. You can visit it already, tuesa.org. We're continuing to work on it, and throughout the semester, it's going to get better and better. And there's my email and phone number. So if you need anything, feel free to text or email me. You're probably better off texting me. I will respond to you faster that way if you have any questions. So thank you for joining us. Hope to see you next week.